Wednesday morning, true to his word, Kenny got up early. He and Harley hit the road around 9 o'clock this morning, headed for Middletown, Ohio. Caleb Miller, a friend of mine, messaged Kenny and told him he had a hood he thought would work. It's an old hood off Caleb's third-gen Camaro that was a turbo car, so it's got a hole cut in the hood, which is no big deal to us. The only problem that Kenny had was it won't fit in the Suburban, so he had to set it up on top of it and tie it down so he could get it home. Luckily, Kenny and Harley didn't have any problems with it blowing off, and they made it back to the shop a little earlier than I expected. And it's a good thing, because we've got a ton of work left to do on this car before we take it to War in the Woods this weekend. As soon as they got home, Harley got started cleaning the hood up, and I ran up to the farm to grab the Malibu to bring it home while the roads are still dry. I stopped in town, put some gas in the Malibu, and got something to eat, while Kenny got busy back at the shop putting the drive shaft back in the car after Super Duty rebalanced it and replaced the U-joints, and Uncle Rob showed up to lend a hand. Once Kenny and Rob got the drive shaft up in the car, they switched gears and started to replace the stock harmonic balancer, which had rotated on the hub, so there's no way for us to correctly set the ignition timing, and that's a critical thing on a nitrous application such as this. So once they had the balancer installed, Rob pulled number 1 spark plug out and put a brand new Jegs timing pointer on. And that's where we learned we had yet another problem, and I'll get to that here in a little bit. Meanwhile, I jumped in the Malibu to run back into Jegs to pick up some fittings that we need for the nitrous system. At this point, I'm just praying we can get the car up and running and the nitrous kit working in time to make a test hit later tonight. The roads are dry at this point, but there's a chance for heavy rain this evening. And going to War in the Woods completely untested with a nitrous kit we've never turned on does not sound like a good idea to me. So I wasted no time when I rolled into Jegs to get everything I needed and turn and burn back to the shop as quickly as I could possibly get there. Luckily, they had everything I needed there in stock and I didn't have to go up to the warehouse. So as I'm headed home, Jeremy texts me and lets me know he's coming down to the shop to help us get ready, and it's a good thing, because we had to put brakes on the front of the Camaro too. And Jeremy brought down a golf cart for us to use for the weekend, and Harley got busy cleaning it up just about the time I pulled back in the driveway. I really appreciate my brother coming down to help out every time we are in need. He came down and cleaned up the bearings, replaced the seals, new rotors, calipers, pads, and had the front end all back together about the time Vicky came home from shopping. She had made a trip to town to pick up some more totes to put merch in for this weekend. She's just as busy getting ready for the weekend as we are out in the shop. And Kenny is very excited for his first opportunity to use a purge valve on his very own car. Once we had all that work done, Jeremy went back up to the farm to help my dad, and we dive in to one more problem. The problem that we uncovered today when we put the new harmonic balancer on. When Rob pulled number 1 spark plug out to index the timing pointer for the new balancer, he realized that the spark plugs are not flat tops like I had suspected. They're actually a dome piston. This engine is something that Kenny picked up off Marketplace, and I have never been in it. I just thought that the thing would have flat top pistons in it. I'd never suspected that it would have a dome piston. So we still don't know exactly what the compression ratio is, but I feel pretty confident that it's too high to try and run this thing on pump gas and spray nitrous to it. So Rob and Kenny dump the pump gas out, and I run down to the truck stop to get a couple jugs of 110 race gas. So when I got back, Kenny and Rob put race gas in the tank, and I started to upload a safe tune to go A to B on a test spot not far from the house. Then it's time to fire up the Camaro and check everything out before we head out on the road. Once the engine had burned all the pump gas out of the carburetor and the fuel lines, it became clearly evident that the engine is much happier on 110 race gas than it was on pump 93. If we had skipped replacing the harmonic balancer and indexing the timing pointer, we would have never realized that this engine had dome pistons in it. If Rob had not been paying very close attention, we would have definitely hurt this engine trying to spray nitrous to it on pump gas right before the biggest race of the season. Luckily, Rob caught it and we could adjust the ignition timing and our tune-up accordingly. I had originally intended to go ahead and put 200 horsepower jets in the plate, but given the fact that this thing has a lot of compression and there's a lot of unknown details yet about this engine, I decided to be conservative and just use the 150 horsepower jets and set the ignition timing at a very conservative 32 degrees. Now generally I would set base timing at 36 to 38 degrees on an engine like this. However, we have no way of pulling timing while we're on nitrous. So to compensate, I just retard the ignition timing initially and let the engine run on 32 degrees of base timing. This helps kill some of the low-end torque and horsepower naturally aspirated to allow the car to hook the tire and hopefully allow the suspension to transfer weight on the hit. So by retarding the timing back to 32 degrees, it'll kill some power off the foot brake and hopefully allow the Camaro to transfer weight from the nose to the rear tires without any traction issues. This is a critical situation on a hard tire and very difficult, especially out on the street. Now this may not have been the fastest pass I've ever seen on the street, but it was a very good pass, and let me explain why. Your Camaro's going to Lucore Monday. Huh? If we go back in time 3 weeks ago, Kenny's Camaro had been sitting outside for 2 years, untouched. The car could be seen sitting outside in a lot of my videos, and there was a lot of people asking, when will we ever get to Kenny's Camaro? So when we pulled it in and finally got started working on it, the live feeds went crazy. Rich and Austin made a video of all the work that they did on Kenny's Camaro, and it got the most views of any video they've ever put up on their channel. And for good reason. Kenny has worked himself to death the last 3 or 4 years, helping Billy and I, and Tommy, do everything that we've accomplished. From working in the shop, to working on race cars, and now it's finally Kenny's turn to have his shot under the lights at some of these no prep races. The first one we took him to was last weekend at Dragway 42, and the very first time Kenny ever tried to launch the car on a hard tire was on the return road, about an hour before the driver's meeting in chip draw. So at this point, what I'm focusing my attention on isn't necessarily how fast the car is, it's how much improvement we're making. It's extremely easy to get lost and take 1 step forward and 3 steps back. But so far, our friends and family have all come together to help Kenny make very good forward progress. As we go out and test Kenny's Camaro with him, there's a lot of memories coming back, like the first time I ever saw Billy jump out of his truck with a big smile on his face after his first nitrous hit.
Most fun I've ever had in that car.
What are you talking about, Kenny? That?
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't record the first time.
You got scared?
I wish you could have seen when I looked over at her.
I was like this.
Well, Kenny Powers, what did it feel like to have that nitrous ramp close up?
Rush.
Could you feel it? Because that's on a 2-second ramp. I mean, it's a long... Yeah. Outside of a couple little oil leaks on the valve covers, our first nitrous test hit on Kenny's Camaro was an outstanding success. We didn't hurt anything, we didn't knock the tire, and the tune-up was clean as a pin. That was delayed 0.6 of a second after wide open throttle, starting at 0% to 100% in 2 seconds. So it's a very lazy, gradual ramp that I knew would go down the road and not knock the tire off. And we just wanted to get a feel for it, right? And I can't believe it, but this stupid car actually digs pretty good on a hard tire. I mean, it doesn't even offer to spin however you're driving it. I'm gonna shorten that ramp up at Warren Woods, Slim Shady. It's gonna come into nitrous as soon as you go wide open, and the ramp's only gonna be about 1 second long, so you're gonna get to feel it in second. But you're gonna have to hold that shift to 6,400 and not shift it at 5,000. I know you're a little nervous, and it's all new. I mean, you've never done all this purging and turning the kit on, and you know, it's all new to you. You've watched everybody else do it for years, but you've never really got a chance to do it yourself. Oh God, here comes the Helligans. Hi, sweeties. Hi, babies. So we wrap things up Wednesday night after that test session, and Thursday, Big Rob comes back with an old camper hooked to his Suburban. He's ready to go to War in the Woods. While Rob's ready, Kenny and I aren't quite there yet. Kenny overfilled the oil pan in his Camaro when he changed the oil the other day, and it's shoving oil out everywhere. Getting ready to go out of town and leak oil everywhere.
Are you really?
Yeah, we need some brake cleaner.
I think I've got some.
I need 2 cases of it.
2 cases? What do you got to leak in?
Everything I own leaks oil.
Really?
But especially Kenny's Camaro when he puts about 2 quarts extra oil in it.
Oh.
He's back there draining a little bit of oil out of it right now.
Is he?
But it's already made a mess.
Is Jeremy helping him?
Oh, yeah.
Is he really? So they're tag teaming it.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, so we are loading up. Kenny's Camaro is sitting out here. We're just about ready to put it in the box. I think we've got everything packed up. Vicky and Harley still over here working on packing up merch and getting that stuff ready. We are headed out tonight, and we'll see how things go. I don't know. I feel like we're going to be parked in a mud mess is what I'm figuring, but it is what it is. Vicky wants to go over and get our pit spot and get everything set up. When I mentioned Vicky, it's like I rubbed her lamp.
I appear.
She just magically appears. And guess what she's got?
Details.
That you could probably just get off the event page.
But, hold on, just cut while I'm looking. You better not do that.
Take 2.
Take 2, are you ready?
Are you ready?
I think so. So, this event is now a Saturday-Sunday event because of the rain Friday. So everything's pretty much the same except moved over a day. I recommend people bring cash because this is a cash only venue at the gate and a lot of the vendors and concessions. Don't wear your nicest new white tennis shoes because obviously all the rain the day before.
Where's
So,
your tennis shoes?
I'll pack those. Listen, gates open both Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. so spectators can start rolling in, and they hope to be racing by 1 o'clock both days. So you'll get to see racing both days by 1 o'clock. Don't wait until noon to come into the track because you're going to be caught in traffic. So gates open at 9.
That it?
I think so.
You sure?
No. I remembered something. I recommend bringing a lawn chair or a blanket because bleachers are limited, but there's a nice hillside to sit on. So bring something to sit on in case the bleachers are full.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Just a word to the wise. If you bring a lawn chair, you're not going to be able to sit on the hill because the hill is steep. If you're going to sit on the hill, bring a blanket. Kenny Powers.
We even got the oil change in the Suburban, so we are set.
In your Suburban?
Yeah.
Nice. How's Miss Harley doing? You hanging in there? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Getting close?
Well, I still have to pack my bag, but I'm ready.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. You're doing better than Vicky, probably. Kenny, how are you feeling, man?
Feeling good.
You're going to War in the Woods with your own race car.
Ready to go some rounds.
Can you believe it?
No.
I was just looking last night. It was 3 weeks ago when I told you we were taking that Camaro to Lucore.
Yeah. After sitting 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It's made progress fast.
Oh, yeah. We don't screw around here, do we, guys?
No.
Well, I'm excited for you. I can't wait.
It's going to be a fun weekend for everybody.
What do you got to say to everybody out there?
I don't know.
Speechless. Come see us at War in the Woods. How about that?
Come see us.
All right.